Alright, welcome back to another Packet Tracer video. My name's Aaron Strasser. We are doing 5.3.8.3 configuring static NAT on a Cisco router. So we are going to configure this customer 1841 router here to use NAT, and then we'll verify that configuration once we're done. So the customer is getting all set up, and they just need the NAT set up to give them a little more security when going online. Their internal network has a private address range, so they'll need NAT, a static NAT, to translate their private IP addresses into public IP addresses so they can go online. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is just start right into configuring the NAT. So from the customer workstation, we are going to connect a console cable to get the terminal up for that to take control of that router. So go down to connections here, console cable from the customer workstation to the router, and that's a console connection there. Once we do that, we'll be able to go to the desktop and connect, and the passwords are Cisco for everything on this one. So we need to get into global configuration mode, which you can do by enabling password again, conf t for configure terminal. So there you go, and we are going to configure NAT for each interface. So we do this to get into fast Ethernet. Do this to get into the interface config/if, and we say IP NAT inside. And if we look here, back at the thing, we did that on the fast Ethernet port interface because that's what's coming back to the network, fast Ethernet. So the FA00 is the one on the router that's heading back towards the network. That's why that is the inside. And then we will configure the serial, and that's going to be for the other side. This red right here is the serial that goes from the router to the ISP's router. So the same thing with this serial, just 00, and that is the NAT outside. And we exit. And now we are going to configure the static NAT mapping that maps the internal 192.168.1.10 address. It will map that to the external address of 209.165.200.227. So we're still in the config, in the global configuration mode. So we go IP NAT inside source static, hit a space and put the outside IP address in there, and exit again. And so now we can close the terminal and verify our connection. So from the ISP workstation over here, we're going to open up the desktop to the command prompt. And so we will ping 209.165.200.227, which is the outside the server of the customer there. So we received 3, lost 1. Let's try it one more time. It may have been just configuring a little bit. Yeah, I just need a little more time to process that. So now 4 sent, 4 received, 0% lost. So that should be good. So if we look at our thing here, check results. Congratulations, you completed it. So that is configuring static NAT on a Cisco router. And we did discuss the purpose of a static NAT to change the customer's private IP addresses into a public address that can access the internet. The command used to designate the inside interface for static NAT, that was IP space NAT space inside was the command to get that going. And what IP address does the server respond to when the customer workstation pings the customer DNS server? And it should ping normally when you ping the DNS server. So that is all for this activity. Thank you very much.